It's the 2Dumb2Quit podcast with Jeremy McCall. He's dumb, way too dumb to even quit. So, he has his own podcast now.
Welcome to the 2Dumb2Quit podcast. Hope you all are enjoying a great week. This week on the podcast, I want to talk about the truth hurting, and I want to talk about our fuck-ups, our mistakes, our flaws, and something called hugging the cactus, which I think all of us should do from time to time. The truth is, we beat ourselves up a lot. We use our own voices against us just consistently since we're teenagers, because the minute you start to feel judged, you let those voices creep in, and we start using our own voices against ourselves constantly, so much so that a lot of us probably don't even realize we're doing it. It becomes a habit. This starts very early. We tell ourselves we're not good enough. We tell ourselves we're ugly, or we're dumb, or we're fat, or we're too skinny, or that we're different, or that we're never going to reach our goals. And we listen to this day in and day out. And when you hear something over and over and over, even if it isn't true, you start to buy into it. We see it with politics all over the place. This side says this and this and this and this until people just believe it. This side says this and this and this. Somewhere in the middle is the truth. But when you hear things over and over and over, we start to believe it. We beat ourselves up over all of our mistakes, things we've said, relationships that maybe we fucked up. We can forgive so easily around us. We forgive everyone around us but ourselves. And we really put more value on other people's opinions of us than our own thoughts of who we are or our character. And this is where I think we have to step back. You have to examine a few things about ourselves. I watched this Jocko Willink post a week or two ago, and he stood there in his trademark black and white filter with half of his face, obscured by darkness. And he just said, the truth hurts, but lies are worse. And he didn't intend that statement to be focused anywhere but to ourselves, right? The truth, the real truth, it can sting, it can cut, and it can be tough to see in the light. But the lies are worse. The lies can be life-ending, relationship-ending, life-ruining. The lies are always worse than anything that can be found in the truth, because the lies allow us to slip deeper into the hole. Now, I'm fine. I don't have a problem. I'm good. Until you step back and say, you know what? I'm ruining my life. I'm messing up here. I'm screwing things up. I've got a big problem, and I've screwed up a lot of shit, and I might not get it all back, but I can start with me, and I can start with getting me back to where I want to be, to who I want to be, to the character I want to put out there, and losing this bullshit facade and facing the real truth is hugging our cactus. Embracing the thing in our life that hurts and pulling it closer. Wrapping your arms around it. The barbs are going to dig into you. You're going to feel the pain. It's going to leave scars. It's going to leave marks. It's going to hurt. But until each of us can embrace the truth, the real ugly truths that we have, the stuff that we hide deep, deep down, we're still slipping down that hole with the lie. And I've known a lot of people close to me who've died from the lie. Drugs, alcohol. People that I've loved who are so full of life and fun and humor and gusto, brought down by a substance or a chemical or other lies in their life. And I think we all have those moments. I started down that path. The lies are worse. The road is full of temptations. With me, it's easy. It was easy, to justify drinking a ton like I did on the road, because I never drank at home. It was my way of dealing with being away from my family and the things that I love. But it brought out the things in me that I didn't always like. And I didn't get so far down that road that I was lost, but I've seen it happen time and time and time again. And I was thankful and grateful for my friends who showed me the truth and helped me find my ability to take a step back and embrace my truth of the losing facade when we really face that truth. And I hugged my cactus. I ate my crow. I apologized for, things you said or, promises you didn't follow through on, because you have to do that. You gotta hug the cactus, and it sucks. But it sucks in a great way. It sucks in a healthy way, because you're taking the steps you need to take to get better, and to take a step back and say, the truth is, I don't feel or look as good as I'd like to. I'm not acting the way I want to. I'm not pursuing things that I want to. And why is that? And then look at the truth of it. Well, it's because I'm eating and I'm drinking like shit. I'm not moving. I'm not doing anything but trying, I'm not doing anything but trying to feel better, but I'm not trying. I wasn't doing anything at all to exercise my body or my life. And I just, as you get a little more road between you start to look at it and say, this isn't the example that I want to be to my kids or to my friends or to my family, but mostly myself, because that's the first person we have to learn how to please, because we spend our lives as class clowns and entertainers and mediators and conflict avoiders and middle siblings and baby siblings and the oldest sibling. And wherever you fall in your family tree, we all have a role. We fall into those. And it's never us first. And I don't mean in a selfish way. I mean in a way where we start to please ourself with our own character, with our own decisions that we're making, our own choices. And that's what matters first. You can't love everybody else until you figure out who you are and why you want to be the way that you want to be. So I found the things that were my cactus, and I took the hard truth about me and I embraced them, because that's the only way that I could fix them. To change the bitter truths in our lives to things that we're proud of, or that we can continue to allow ourselves to live in that lie. We can do one or the other, I should say. We can change the truths in our lives right now to things that we're proud of, or continue allowing ourselves to live in the lie. I'm fine. I don't have a problem. I'm happy. I'm good. All that bullshit. Now I'm honest with everybody. And sometimes that's hard too. It doesn't always come across. Sometimes it comes across like, you're creating conflict, because honesty is hard for people to hear. But mostly and especially, I'm honest with myself. I can admit when there's missteps. I embrace the little flaws. I embrace my big fuck ups. I acknowledge them, hug the cactus, and move on. We have to forgive ourselves before we can forgive anything or anyone else in our lives. You're not your rough edges. We've all got them. You are not those giant fuck-ups. You are ever-changing. We are ever-changing. And we're not these big mistakes. The question is, in what direction are we ever-changing? Are you standing back and finding the bitter truths about ourselves, the part of us we need to work on, our weaknesses, the shortfalls, and reworking ourselves into that image that we're proud of? Or are we sliding further into the hole with the lies that all is well and that we're happy? Because you can't lie to you. Hug your cactus, friends and neighbors. Happy Tuesday. Hope y'all are doing great. And we've got some exciting stuff happening. We've got new songs coming out, new singles, new videos, new cover songs. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at McCombover. Also Facebook, Jeremy McComb Music. And on YouTube, official Jeremy McComb. And if you enjoy the podcast, I try to make these short, digestible things that we can all use, things that help me get through, because this is so therapeutic for me, and it pushes me to be better. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends and neighbors, and keep pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself you can be. Go find those truths in your life and hug your cactus. And I'll talk to you soon.